In this video, I'm going to show you 7 different ways so you can finish this year strong. You see, there's only 2 types of people when it comes to this time of year. The first person, they are looking at their life and going, oh my God, it's the end of the year. I'm not going to do much more. I haven't done much. I'm just going to wait until next year. And they start to actually get into holiday mode too soon. And then they give up valuable time and valuable energy that you could be using to your advantage to really get 10 times more done. And the second person, they look at the end of this year and they see it as a freaking race, and they put in these 7 strategies that I'm going to show you so that they can absolutely kill it towards the end of the year and propel them into a new year. And guys, if you're brand new to this channel, we put out videos like this every single week to teach you the skill set and the mindset to create your dream life. And if you're coming back, welcome back, Dream Nation. Let's get into it. You see, this time of year, most people are taking their foot off the pedal and they're slowing down into the Christmas season. They're starting to get on the drink too early. They're starting to just unwind and relax a little bit. And I can't blame them. I feel like doing the exact same thing. But I've used this exact strategy that I'm going to show you for the last 9 years of my entrepreneurship journey to get more done in about 2 months than what most people do in about 6 to 12 months. There's this thing called success compression, which Darren Hardy, founder of Success Magazine, he taught me many years ago. We spoke at an event together in Maui, and he was telling me about this philosophy he created called success compression. And essentially what it is, it's the ability to get a lot done in a very little amount of time by focusing on the right things. And you wouldn't believe it how many people I know that have come to me and have said to me that, Morgan, I'm not going to try that hard during December because December is always the slowest month of the year. But I know for a fact that actually most businesses make the majority of their income in December alone. Think about it. Christmas is a business in itself, and so many people are spending money on gifts and all these sorts of things. But what I've found is a lot of people spend money because they think the time is running out and they purchase things that they were meant to do earlier on in the year. So that being said, let's get into these 7 things. Okay, so the first step is you've actually got to set a goal. What is it you want to accomplish between now and the end of the year? If you don't have something you're focusing on, you're not going to get excited about it, and you're sure as hell not going to know what to say yes to and what you need to say no to in order to actually accomplish that goal. So there's a thing called Parkinson's Law, which states work will expand to fill the time given to complete it. So pretty much, it doesn't matter how much time you actually have, it matters what you do with the time. See, I'm somebody that if I have a deadline on something, I'm gonna get a lot of things done. And this is why I love leveraging the end of the year, because I know that the end of the year is coming and there's not much time to actually get things done now. So I, for one, get so much done at the end of the year because I'm like, shit, we're nearly out of time. So use this law to actually get a lot more done than you usually would have. Set the goal big because you really got no idea what you're really made of until you set a huge goal in a short amount of time. Because here's the thing that I know. If you say to yourself, hey, I want to achieve this goal and I'm going to give myself a week to get it done, you'll probably spend the first 5, 6, 7 days doing nothing, then you'll spend the last 1 to 2 days getting it all done. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to take a month to get it done, then you'll take a month. If you say it's going to be a year, you'll take a year. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to give myself just 6 weeks to get this goal done, then you know that that's all the time you actually have, then you'll probably work harder and smarter and put more effort and more focus into this than you ever have before and actually get it done. So get a crystal clear goal of what you actually want to accomplish before the end of the year. The second one is give yourself a big reward. One time a mentor said to me, I caught up with him in Phoenix, Arizona, and I just spent 3 weeks traveling. I went to Belize, Cuba, and Mexico, and I thought I was top shit, and I said to him, I was like, man, I just went on to these 3 countries, it was so fun. You know what he said to me? He said, Morgan, what did you do to deserve that? I was like, what do you mean, what do I do? Like, I think I'm doing all right. But he said, no, like, was it a reward? Was that a gift you gave yourself? And I said, no, I just did it because I could. And what he taught me in that moment was that I should be instead just doing things because I can. What I should be doing is the things that I want to do, attach them to the goal and let that be the reward having achieved the goal. Because there's 2 things that motivate all human behavior. One is to gain pleasure and the second is to avoid pain. So if we can actually get clear on what it is we want, then say to ourselves, hey, when we accomplish this, this is what I'm gonna give myself as a reward. Take myself shopping, go on a holiday, nice dinner, champagne, whatever it's gonna be, you've gotta have something so it's pleasurable so you get excited about wanting to actually achieve it. Third step is the exact opposite of that. You've got to give yourself a big punishment. So now you got clear on what the goal is, you got clear on what the reward's gonna be when you hit it. What is gonna be the thing you're gonna do if you don't hit the goal? Because like I said, the 2 motivating forces of all human behavior, you are now using both of them to your advantage so you can get a lot more done in a short amount of time. So what's gonna be the punishment? It could be something like sleeping on the floor for a whole week. It could be as far as eating dog food. I know for a fact Kerwin Ray, who we've had on the podcast multiple times, that's one of the things he does. He gives people the dog food challenge. And it's like, if you don't hit this goal in this certain amount of time, then you have to eat dog food. Now, I don't know about you, but the thought of eating dog food is probably one of the last things I want to do on this earth. So I would rather achieve my goals and work my ass off to actually get it than to eat the dog food. But the point of it is to give yourself some sort of massive punishment as leverage. Hopefully you're not going to do it, but it's leverage so you actually get motivated to do the thing. The fourth one is asking yourself, what do you need to cancel between now and the end of the year? Most people overcommit themselves. They say yes to everything. They say yes to their daughter's, friends, grandma's Christmas party. And the end of their year is just filled up with so much shit because they've overcommitted. And because Parkinson's law is working whether you're aware of it or not. So your year is probably being filled up with all these other unproductive things because you think you're running out of time. So look at your diary, look at your schedule and say, what do you actually need to cancel and get rid of between now and the end of the year so you can free up some more time? Because if you're really serious about hitting this goal before the end of the year and finishing strong, then you've got to get rid of all the shit that's wasting your time and wasting your energy. So go through and make a list of all the things that you actually need to cancel and all the things that you need to say no to. Chances are you're being invited to multiple things. There's so many opportunities and distractions that always pop up. What do you need to say no to? What do you need to cancel so you can free up more time? Number 5 is, who do you need to reach out to? Go ahead and make a list of all the people that you actually need to reach out to before the end of the year. Let me give you an example. The time I'm recording this right now, I'm in Bali. And how I'm doing this is I'm literally making lists of people that I need to reach out to and connect with before the end of the year to either book podcasts with them, do business partnerships with them, do sales with them, do some sort of collaboration with them, something that I can do either to give them value or they can give value to me so we can propel forward to achieve more goals this year. I'm also interviewing people to hire more staff, where most people are looking at me like, oh, I'll do that next year, I'll do that next year. But that is the difference between someone who's going to finish the year strong and someone who's just going to procrastinate and let next year be exactly how it was this year. So make a list of all the people you need to connect with. Is there people you need to hire? Is there people you need to fire? Is there business partnerships you could do? Could you do affiliates with somebody? Are you building a podcast? What guests do you need to invite onto your show? Who do you need to follow up with? Who do you need to reach out to, have a conversation with that's going to help you achieve this goal you've written down before the end of this year? The 6th one is you've got to get resourceful. Sometimes I have people come to me and they say, Morgan, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the money, I can't afford this, all these things. But here's the thing. There's only ever 2 types of people in the world. The first person is going to look at all the reasons why they can't get the thing they want. And the second person is going to look at it and say, how can I get the thing I want despite not having access to these few things right here? Because it's never a matter of resources, it's always a matter of resourcefulness. So if you're saying to yourself, I don't have the time for that, I don't have the money for that, I don't have the energy for that, instead of saying that, ask yourself the question and say, what do I need to do in order to actually still make it happen? Who do I need to connect with to make this happen? Or how can I afford it? How can I create time? How can I get more energy between now and the end of the year to make this happen? You've got to get resourceful. All of the results you want in your life has nothing to actually do with the resources you have available to you, but everything to do with the amount of resourcefulness that's inside of you. Adopt the way of thinking that everything is figure-outable, everything can get done. And in my personal opinion, my favorite is I'd rather ask for forgiveness than for permission. So just go after the things that you actually want. Become resourceful, make it happen, and don't take no for an answer. And the last one, this is the most crucial one. This is exactly what Darren Hardy taught me back in Maui. And he said to me this: break down your weeks or your month or your quarters into themes and only focus on those things in the theme. So no matter how many weeks there is between now and the end of the year, break them down into different themed weeks. One might be reaching out to the people I need to reach out to. One might just be all out massive freaking action, booking deals, booking calls, doing sales, whatever it might be. But write down the theme for you for that week and everything that's going to help you that week in that theme you say yes to, and anything that doesn't, you either say no to or you move it into one of the other weeks that supports that theme. So now what you've done, you got really clear on what it is you want. You got a massive reward for it. You got a massive pain for not getting it. You're getting clear on what you need to say no to and what you need to cancel to free up some more time and some energy. You know who you need to reach out to because you're making a list. You're going to get resourceful as fuck and then break down all of your weeks into themes and just go laser focused, put the blinders on and do nothing other than whatever that theme is. I guarantee you guys, if you do this between now and the end of the year, you're gonna not only just freaking skyrocket and get massive results between now and the end of the year, but it's gonna propel you into momentum so you can continue next year. Because you know what happens? On January 1, most people are hungover. January 2, they're still hungover. January 3, they're thinking about getting into action. Most people don't do shit until about January 5. And then at best, they only do things for like 1 to 3 weeks before they're back in the momentum of what they were doing last year. Follow this right now. Don't give yourself the starting line of January 1 or nothing. Start now, start today, get into momentum, and let this be the freaking launch pad to propel you into a successful next year too. And if you like this video, go and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, because I put out so much content, it's gonna help you level up in life. In fact, one of the things that most people get stuck on when trying to create a successful life is not knowing how to actually be productive with their time. That's one thing that I've really cracked the code on, and I'm an extremely productive person. But I see this thing is where the pitfall of so much not knowing how to manage your time and be productive with the time you have. So with these 7 steps, I know you're gonna have a really successful end to your year and next year. However, if you don't know how to actually manage your time and be productive with the time you have, then you'll never really make it as a successful person or entrepreneur as well. I've really honed in on this craft of learning how to be mega productive with the time that I have, because every single one of us has the exact same time each day. So all we need to do is learn how to really manage it. And when I learned a few tricks, I literally tripled my income. And I share all of it for you in this video right here. So go ahead and watch this video and learn my productivity tricks that I use that have tripled my income. Go and click it right now, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.